2 weeks ago, I was at one of my favorite stores. The owner asked me, "Hey, you have a lot of gray hair. How do you take care of it?" I wasn't aware that my gray hair were so visible because I highlight my hair. To be honest, I felt a little bit like, I don't want people to notice this. That gave me the idea to talk about it on here, share my tips on keeping your gray hair healthy, looking good, while share a little bit of my experience and story with you. Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dida, better known as Wavy Dida on Instagram, and today I'm here to talk about going grey at a very early age. Well, I started going grey when I was 20. I remember the day that I found my first 3 grey hairs. I can remember it like it was yesterday. I lived on my own as a student. I looked in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, there are grey hairs, and I just turned 20. I'm sitting here with my hair air dry, product free. I didn't even put a leave-in, so this is what it looks like when I don't style my hair at all. Because when I style my hair, the gray hair isn't as visible. It gets along with my hair in the curl clumps, but when it's like this, you can easily spot the huge gray spots on my head. I'll show you. My hair is highlighted because I wanted to mask the gray hairs, but now that it's growing out, I can easily show you where it starts. At my parting, you can see that here is a huge gray part of my hair. Also, mostly at the temples, my hair is really gray. You can see it over here. This is not highlighted. This is just really gray white hair. You can also see the difference between the gray hair and the blonde highlighted hair. My ends are always blonde, even if I don't highlight it. I don't know why, but that's just the way my hair is. So you see, this is a huge gray clump. And then there's also here at the temples, here, of course, you can see it. This part is as gray as it can be. And you can see over here, and I think there are some more spots, but that's the ones that are the most visible. When I started to turn gray, I was like, oh no, I can have this. So I had my hair high and low lighted. They did a really bad job. I went to a salon that a friend recommended. It was not very expensive. When I went back to my own hairdresser, she was like, what did they do? I never really stopped until 2019. So for 3 years, I highlighted every 6 months or so. So I really didn't know how gray my hair was turning. And when I started taking care of my hair, first I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop bleaching and see what my hair looks like in its natural state. Yeah, gray, more gray than I expected it to be. But then I grew out all the highlights and stuff, and it looked like this. What it looks like front and back when I have my natural hair color without any highlights or dye or toner or whatever. As you can see, it's pretty blended. The gray fits kind of nice into my natural hair color, but I was also accused of lying on Instagram about highlighting my hair because natural hair could not look like this, apparently. I noticed that my gray hair are way more coarse than the rest of my hair. They act completely different. They feel very rough, very bumpy. All the hair that is now growing, I don't know if you can see it, but all the new hairs are gray. That's something I really don't like, but what can you do? Nothing. They curl a different way. They need like a little more moisture because they're so coarse. But then again, they have a very, when I style my hair, the gray parts of my hair are the parts that curl the most. Like they are 3A curls. The rest is wavy. But then last year I was like, I look like a grandma. I don't like the gray hairs because when I put my hair up, it's like super visible. Right now I want to see how gray I really am. So I'm gonna stop highlighting my hair. I'm gonna let it grow out and see what's happening. So the most asked question about gray hair is, how do you take care of it? I don't do a lot. Like, it's not very hard. You just have to make sure your hair doesn't turn yellow. Like, the gray hair doesn't really give this yellowy hue. But if you don't smoke and if you eat healthy, it will still look like really nice. I tried a couple of purple shampoos. I don't like them. All of them. They don't work for my hair. I didn't really see a difference. It stained on my hand so badly. I didn't really feel like they cleansed my hair. and then you have to leave it in to get the purple working for your hair. I don't know. Purple shampoos are not my thing. I don't think they are really worth the money at all. I tried also the Olaplex one. I didn't see any difference. My preferred product for my gray hair is the Fanola No Yellow mask. I have a huge bottle. I am very aware of that. When I bought it, I didn't know I was buying 1 liter. I didn't know. So now I'm stuck with this bottle for the rest of my life. It works really well. You only have to leave it in for like 3 minutes. It doesn't stain on your hands. Very lightweight, but you can still detangle. This is my go-to product to keep my hair fresh. Also my highlights, but mostly my gray hair fresh. Other than that, I don't really do anything. I think it's important to use a leave-in, so keep the gray hairs healthy, because you wanna, I wanna have a long hair. And so far, it's working. Like, this is fully gray and it's very long as the rest of my hair. Turning gray very young doesn't have to mean that your hair is bad or anything, or you didn't take care of it. It just happens. You cannot like prevent it from happening. I spoke about going gray at a young age a couple of times on my Instagram, and sometimes I get DMs, people saying, oh, I'm 46 and I just found my first gray hair. And I don't really know how to respond to this because it's different. But then again, my boyfriend thinks it's absolutely beautiful. My mom thinks it's absolutely beautiful. A lot of people are dyeing their hair gray just because they like the look of it. So I try to embrace it, but I cannot promise that I won't highlight it again. Getting highlights to mask your grays is totally fine. Dyeing your hair to mask the grays is also totally fine. I love to help you with tips, making it look good. Basically, we have free natural highlights without even have to damage our hair. I try to embrace it. I hope you do too. And if you have any questions about your gray hair, please leave them in the comment section below. But Lenta has also like white hairs. You see? She's also a little bit gray. We match all the time. Let me know what you think of this type of videos. Just explain to you what I have experienced and what I do right now. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next week. Leave them in the comment section. Leave them in the comment section. Just weird, because I'm just talking to myself. Very good angle for my face. I call her Potato because she looked like a sweet potato.